All right, so here's a quick leader training for all of you high school leaders. The question that I get asked the most by all of our high school student leaders is at one time or another, hey, my group is getting off track so easily, or my group talks too much, or my group is whatever. And how do I rein them back in? How do I teach them something? How do I get them to actually get the main idea? All right, so first and foremost, the number one thing to do whenever your group is talking too much, getting off track, being a little bit wild is number one, embrace what's in front of you, okay? So if they're talking too much, then start talking back. Let them talk, though, about what you want them to talk about, not necessarily what they're hoping to talk about, which is likely something completely and totally not about what they're there for that night, all right? So embrace the conversation and start to direct it. Key in on something that you hear. So if they're talking about how this happened to them at school and they can't believe what happened and blah, 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 well, that's a great opportunity is you might see one of my tricks here to go, tell me about that. What, like engage them in that conversation. Will you tell me more about that? And what you're going to find is that sometimes those conversations actually start to steer towards something like they were actually gossiping about a friend, or that friend had a really hard time. And so then you can start to steer that conversation, use the tangent that was already there, and start to steer it back towards something that you want them to learn. Okay? And so use that tangent, and all of a sudden you're saying, well, you heard this gossip, like, what did you say? I mean, how did you handle that? Well, I just kind of listened, or I just kind of, whatever might be a reaction you get. Or, well, I mean, I knew something too, so I told them this and I told them that. So then it gives a great opportunity to say, I'm not the best at it, and I'm guilty of it sometimes too, but I know that God doesn't want us to talk about people behind their back. Maybe is there a way you could stand up for that person without feeling like you're going to get in trouble or you're going to be ridiculed for it? How do you do that? So tell me about some solutions about that. If the next time you hear somebody being gossiped about, how do you do that? So that's one awesome solution, is to kind of redirect that thought process, but still you're engaged in that conversation. If somebody's just flat out not respecting your authority and you're just wondering, like, how in the world am I even going to ever get control of this group? The main thing you can do is, one, continue to make sure that the group enjoys being there and enjoys the company of you as a leader and sees you as the leader. If you're constantly on your phone, or if you're talking to only one person in the group and not including other people in the group, then what do you think is going to happen? Of course they're going to ignore you and not necessarily respect you as the leader. So you have to command the respect, and you have to earn the respect of those people. Lastly, if all else fails and you just can't get a handle on it, that's okay. You're a student and you're usually not that many years older than some of the people you're leading. Don't be afraid to reach out to me or to Kim or to one of our other adults that's there so that we can help you with your group. All right? So that's a little bit of a leadership moment right now. Hope you have an awesome time with your group.